Hi, I'm Movie Man. I'm an octopus who reviews movies, and today's review is going to be on. So here we go with my review of Talk to Me. So, I heard about this film a short few months ago, like 3 months ago. You guys may remember, I did a reaction video to the trailer, and from what I saw of the trailer, looked great. Honestly, it looks like a really enjoyable. It just looks like overall a pretty great film. Honestly, um, and so when I got very excited for the film, so because of the trailers. And well, the movie was released this weekend, and I went to go see it, and honestly, in my opinion, I really enjoyed it, honestly. So I guess you could say, honestly, it did live up to the hype, alright. So first off, the cinematography in the film. It's very good in my opinion. This film, it has a very, dark color palette, which I think fits it very well. I think in particular some of the dark scenes, some of the colors on the characters' clothes and stuff. I think it really fits well and stands out with the dark color palette. So and it makes for and it can make for honestly some really nice shots. So I'd say the cinematography in this film is very good. Um, then there's the pace in the movie. Now, this film is a pretty short movie at only an hour and 35 minutes. But I'll be honest though, for a movie that's only an hour and 35 minutes long, it honestly can feel a tiny bit long for that runtime. It's not really something I was too bothered by, but I did feel that the runtime could kind of drag a tiny bit. But overall, it wasn't really an issue that concerned me, honestly. Um, then there's the sound and music in the film, and I'll be honest, I actually think that the sound and music in this movie is really good. I think some of the music scores in the film, I think they're honestly really good. And I think I think they fit in very well with certain scenes. And and oh my god, some of the sound design in this movie, there is actually there can be some very loud moments in the film, and they can even they can get so loud they can even make you kind of jump a little bit. And so the sounds and music in the movie is really good. Um, and then there's the editing in the movie. I think the editing in the film is very good. I actually think the movie is edited very well in my opinion. Um, there's even there's even some kind of visual effects. There's even the visual effects in the movie, and some of the effects they'll use in certain scenes. They honestly look really good. Um, as for the characters, so the main character of the film, Mia, who's played by Sophie Wilde. I think she makes her honestly a great main protagonist. Honestly, I think she is brilliant at carrying this movie, and yeah, I think her whole arc with her character and stuff, it's very engaging and very intriguing. And I've got to say, Sophie Wilde, her performance in this movie is actually very good. I think of the entire cast, she's definitely the standout. Um, and there's her friends as well, and her friends as well. I thought she was very good too. I mean, they start off the movie as like great friends, and then some stuff happens that like kind of drive them apart and stuff, but you do understand like where her friends comes from and everything, and overall, I thought she was a very good character too. There's her brother Riley. I thought he was a good character as well. He's pretty much like he's a very like kind of modern like young brother and stuff with with how he like uses social media and stuff, and even his dialogue, the way he acts. I think they definitely got like a young boy like very well, honestly, the directors of the film. Yeah, so I thought Riley was very good. Her mother, who was played by Miranda also. It's actually been a while since I've seen Miranda also in anything, and I really liked her character honestly in this. Like, like she like like she's an ordinary mother. Like she worries for her children. She worries that when there's parties going on, there's going to be alcohol and stuff, and she can make for a very believable character. But yes, at the same time, she can actually be really funny. Like some of her dialogue in the film can actually make for some of the film's biggest laughs. So I really liked her character. And there was a short few other characters in the film as well. They weren't really major or anything, but overall I thought they were pretty decent enough. So yeah, the characters in the movie were actually very good, and they actually, though even the way they acted, they felt very believable honestly. So then there's the film's plot. So of course if you've seen the trailer for this movie, you'll know like the plot of this film is like you put your hand on this little like hand thingy, you say talk to me, and and then as you can guess, a bunch of very bad stuff happens. And I think the way that they shows that in the film, it was honestly done really well actually. Um like there's even like themes in the movie of like addiction, like there's themes of addiction, there's themes of social media as well in the movie, and I think the film actually executed its themes very well. And I think this movie can actually be funny. It can actually be pretty funny in like some scenes, but then particularly during the second half, it can actually get like really scary. I think the first half of this film is pretty funny, but then the second half it can actually get like genuinely quite scary. Honestly, I thought the film has for the most part an equal blend of both. Um, And like, I mean, this film, and even like, if you guys may remember in my trailer, I mentioned how the film kind of looks a bit like an Evil Dead for the modern day. And well, okay, that's not really the case, but with that being said, though, this film, it actually did really reminds me of the Evil Dead in certain aspects. And obviously, as you guys may know, the Evil Dead is my favorite horror franchise of all time, so that's a huge plus for me. But like I mean, like in this, like there are scenes where characters will become possessed, and like the way that they'll talk and the way that they'll act and stuff, it's very reminiscent of the the like in the Evil Dead with the Deadites and everything. And I mean, like even like the hand itself, which you'll use to like talk to the spirits, like it can remind you a bit of the Necronomicon from the Evil Dead in that aspect. Um, yeah, so it reminds me of the Evil Dead quite a bit, but I'd also like to mention it also kind of reminds me of the Babadook as well. Like just I think just the color palette in the movie, the scares, and just some scenes in general, it really had that Babadook feel to it, which makes sense considering that. Well, first off, the Babadook is that's also an Australian horror movie. Um, Second, I'm pretty sure the company who worked on this film also worked on the Babadook. And three, the directors of this movie, Danny and Michael Philippou, a lot of you know them from their YouTube channel Raka Raka. They actually worked on the Babadook, like I think in terms of like for like the camera and stuff, which is what I've heard anyways. And like I've never really watched I never watched Raka Raka, but what I will say though, I do think that Danny and Michael did a very good job with this film. I read this long interview with them, like how they discussed the film, like what they did for it, and all the film's themes of addiction and social media and stuff, and like I think I mean they even come across as very funny and stuff, and I think the way that they put this whole film together, they did it very well. So honestly, they're very good directors, and I will definitely be intrigued to see more of them in the future, and more films from them as directors. And the narrative structure in this movie, like the main character of the film is Mia, and I mentioned previously that like she definitely carries the film. Sophie Wilde does a very good performance, and she is definitely the major character, but it's really in the film's second half when she really becomes the main character, because obviously when throughout the first half of this film, it's really about like the hands and them holding onto the hand, and yeah, it's basically them they have fun with it and stuff. And then once the second half of the film comes around and stuff goes wrong, it really becomes Sophie's film. Sophie, she kind of drives. Well, sorry, not Sophie. Mia. Sophie's the name of the actress. Mia. She this becomes her movie, particularly in the second half, because it focuses on her character. We delve more into her character and basically what the whole thing does to her and stuff, and you can definitely see where the themes of addiction come in and stuff. Yeah, and with stuff that's scary and stuff that's funny as well, it was executed very well. So overall, Talk to Me was honestly a pretty great movie in my opinion. We had very good cinematography. You had like very good sound and music. There was some good visual effects. They were very good characters, very good performances. They felt very believable. It had a very good plot, a mostly equal blend of like comedy and horror, and like yeah, I mean it even well, even like its themes of addiction and social media, they're carried into the film very well. So I think this movie was a tiny bit different from what I was expecting. I must say I was not left disappointed, and I will be very intrigued to see more from Danny and Michael as directors in the future. And so for those of you who are horror fans, this movie is definitely a high recommendation. So with that, I am going to give Talk to Me a 9 out of 10. So with that, I'll see you guys next time, and bye.